I know some of you have been worried, fretting about the future of our country, concerned your children might not be able to afford any electricity in the future. But rest assured, Mr Bowen returned to Canberra today. Yeah, the nation's climate and energy minister returned from pretending he's saving the planet in Brazil, and he got back to his day job of destroying our energy grid. And the opposition focused pretty heavily on him.
How many days of Parliament will the part-time minister miss in 2026? And what will be the cost to Australian taxpayers of the minister's full-time presidential duties?
Thank you very much, Mr Speaker, and I appreciate very much the question from the Leader of the Opposition. Now, Mr Speaker, when you are a patriotic party of government, you celebrate national successes whether you are in opposition or in government. Mr Speaker.
Ah, yes, the world is so lucky to have him, he reckons, and so are we, apparently. This bloke does not have a good grip on reality, does he? First, he continues to argue that his reckless rollout of renewables, which is pushing prices up to record levels, will eventually have the opposite effect. And he also seems to think that running around with the United Nations crowd, getting more countries to adopt the same mad approach, makes him kind of important.
As President of COP31 negotiations, how many countries will the minister be required to visit? How many miles will he need to travel? And how much taxpayer money will be spent in funding the full-time presidential duties of the part-time minister?
Last year's COP president was Mukhtar Babiev, who was the Minister for the Environment of Azerbaijan. The president of the first COP I went to was Minister Shukri, who continued in his role in the Egyptian cabinet while being president of the COP. So to suggest that this is a full-time job somehow is a complete and utter invention. It's a fantasy.
Yeah, the whole part-time minister thing is a bit of a misdirected attack from the coalition, in my view. The idea that Bowen doesn't devote enough of his time to our electricity grid is not the problem. The worry is that we get too much of him. The more he does, the more he stuffs up. I say send him to Brazil or Turkey or wherever the COP crowd are hanging out. The more he's away from Australia, the less damage he can do here.